MIT scientists have trained AI to diagnose depression in humans. Currently, depression is hard to diagnose. There's no blood test or anything, there's just a bunch of questions that a person answers. And then another person decides whether or not the other one's depressed. It's not the most scientific way to diagnose something as serious and widespread as depression. That's why researchers at MIT's Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Lab worked on this new way of diagnosing it, by training an artificial intelligence model to analyze not just what words a person uses, but also the way they say them. And since it's not just focusing on the words, it's free to focus on whatever it wants. To train it, the researchers fed it video, audio, and text transcripts of interviews with 142 patients. 30% of them had been clinically diagnosed with depression. The researchers used what's called sequence modeling, where they fed the text and audio data in specific bits and pieces. So like, they'd input a depressed dude saying, "I feel sad," and the model could pair the guy's words with his voice signals. And then they'd input another sequence, and the model ate all of it up. And then after all of that learning, the model was able to diagnose depression with a 77% success rate. The researchers also found that when the model focused on just the words, it needed to analyze only about 7 sequences in order to predict depression. But if it only relied on voice audio, it needed to analyze about 30 sequences to predict depression. In other words, the words people use are a better predictor, whereas the way a person sounds can be pretty complex. After the researchers announced their findings, people began to raise concerns. Do we really want artificial intelligence diagnosing our state of mental health? Insurers and employers could abuse it. So could law enforcement. You better believe the pill makers would abuse it. So might the AI machines themselves if they end up taking over the world, like some worry. The researchers say they are hoping their work will only provide complementary analysis to mental health care professionals and not be the primary diagnostic tool itself. But either way, it doesn't matter, because we're gonna do it anyway. And we're gonna try to train IA to diagnose everything else too. We're gonna do all of it, because we just can't stop ourselves from pushing for progress. And progress, unfortunately, always comes with a price.